In 2017, I was like a huge believer in the rapture doctrine, a huge proponent of it, supporter of it. In fact, I spent hours and hours, probably hundreds of hours, watching video after video after video about why the rapture is imminent, coming, of course, from Christian apologists, Christian pastors, and of course just Christian conspiracy theorists and truth seekers on the internet. Now, I personally know people who not only sold a lot of their own possessions in preparation for the rapture, but also convinced many of their family members and extended family members to sell houses, to sell stocks, to make all kinds of crazy preparations for the rapture so they could leave behind whatever funds they have for people who would need it, and so they could go ahead and donate the funds and the resources they have before they get whisked away into the clouds. But the impact the rapture doctrine had on Christians financially isn't really what I've been thinking about lately. Instead, last night I was watching a long podcast and someone started talking about the pre-tribulation rapture and then the 7 years of tribulation that would follow it. And that reminded me, all these feelings and memories came rushing back about the way I felt when I was living in that belief system. Now, I'm not going to speak for every single person who believes in the rapture doctrine personally, but I can tell you how it impacted me and the people around me in my groups, and especially the way it impacted our view of other people and our view of the world and the world's evil and sinfulness. For example, if you believe in the rapture doctrine, at least the way I did, then you believed, if it's a pre-tribulation rapture, then you believe that you would get whisked away, you and the rest of the righteous saints who believed in Jesus Christ and maybe kept his commandments, that you would get whisked away from this world before this huge period of 7 years of tribulation would come upon the earth, where there would be violent earthquakes and storms and tornadoes and wars and diseases and famines. And some of us believed that giant locusts would even come up out of the ground because of what the Bible says, and that they'd be running around causing chaos and terror and destroying people, and it would just be hell on earth literally for 7 years. But holding on to this doctrine, I realized last night, really helped bolster this like demonization and dehumanization of the people on earth as we held on to this belief, because we believed that us righteous, clean believers in Jesus would be saved from this tribulation period, but all these evil, wicked, demonic people would be cleansed from the earth because of their sin during the tribulation. What's worse is we were super excited about this idea, this prospect of us getting out of here so that God could judge this evil, sinful, wicked world and just get us away from all these terrible sinners. I guess it just really dawned on me how lacking in empathy and how selfish many people who hold this doctrine are. And they're not hoping that Jesus will take 10 more years to come so that more people can be saved by the truth of the Bible. No, they're like in a huge rush. They hope it's today, they hope it's tomorrow, they hope it's next week, because they hate this sinful, wicked world, and they hate all these evil people, and they hope that Jesus comes and cleanses the earth from them. To believe in the rapture doctrine is to believe that 2/3 of the earth are wicked, evil, and sinful, and deserve to die and deserve to be tortured and judged during this tribulation period. I don't know. It just really dawned on me last night that the rapture doctrine really is a doctrine of selfishness and a doctrine that lacks empathy for humankind. And honestly, it's sick and twisted to run around being that afraid of what's to come, and also being that sure that all your neighbors and friends and co-workers and everyone on earth who doesn't believe in Jesus the way you do not only will be tortured in this tribulation, but that they should be.